Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Walt here from Down the Block Sports, and today I want to talk about Major League Baseball. We have a blockbuster trade between the Washington Nationals and San Diego Padres. What I want to talk about is who was involved in the trade and how this helps specifically the Padres for the next decade plus. Again, I'm Alec Walt. This is Down the Block Sports. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more of my exclusive content. Yes, we have a blockbuster trade between the San Diego Padres and Washington Nationals, according to multiple reports. Young superstar Juan Soto and Josh Bell are on their way to San Diego. In return, the Washington Nationals will receive C.J. Abrams, Robert Hassel III, James Wood, Yarlene Susana, Mackenzie Gore, and veteran first baseman Eric Hosmer. So at the 2022 MLB Trade Deadline, we have a blockbuster that is a trade that really I feel like we all started to expect. I mean, when you turn down 15 years and $440 million with a team and can't come to some record-breaking agreement, I mean, it looked like the relationship between Soto and the Nationals were done. And when you look at what's happening now, Soto's on his way to San Diego, one of the best teams in baseball that also has another one of the best young players in baseball who, yes, is injured, but Fernando Tatis Jr. I mean, I think it's absolutely unbelievable right now that for a potentially, a decade plus, if the Padres can get to an agreement with Soto on his next deal, which we'll get to in a second, this duo is going to be together for a very long time and going to be the best duo in Major League Baseball. I mean, you got to give AJ Preller a ton of credit for the work that he's done with this Padres team. I mean, first, he signed a Manny Machado. He's added an unbelievable deep pitching rotation. You look at guys like Joe Musgrove, Minaya, Snell, Gore's now gone, of course. He's added so many pieces on the market. He's had a deep farm system that he's had to definitely pick from to build this roster, but every move he's made has been to build a contending team here in San Diego. And when you're going up against a team like the Dodgers and the Braves and the Mets and the Cardinals, you're going to need to add these types of pieces if you want to get through the National League. I mean, I think this trade is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I think the San Diego Padres struck gold being able to pair Juan Soto with Fernando Tatis Jr. To add on top, they also have Manny Machado, who's one of the best players in Major League Baseball. This is absolutely insane that a 23-year-old superstar is on his way out with the team, going to a team that also has a young superstar that's going to be together for a very long time. Now, when you look at his potentially next extension, we've all heard the $500 million. He's already been given the 15 years, and of course, he didn't want that the whole negotiation there with the Nationals. He's going to a team with a general manager that's already negotiated one of the most creative contracts for a young player that really has changed the way contracts are given to young players in Major League Baseball. I mean, we've seen other young stars get contracts early in their careers like Fernando Tatis Jr. did with the San Diego Padres. And when you look at his situation right now, being paired with, Tatis Jr. and having an agent like a general manager like AJ Preller, who's been creative with giving out contracts, I'm confident that the Padres are doing this trade with the expectation that they're going to give Juan Soto potentially nearly 15 years and $500 million. Now, are those the exact numbers he's going to get? Probably not. But you look at Soto and you look at the situation he's going to, why else would you give up all these prospects? I mean, from Washington's standpoint, Abrams is a very solid young infielder who's going to be their everyday guy moving forward. Robert Hassel is the best prospect in the Padres organization that's had one of the deepest prospect systems for years, these last couple of years, as they've, of course, built the current roster they have right now. James Wood is the number 3 prospect in the system, who's also a top 100 prospect who, should, of course, help this team. Mackenzie Gore is one of the better young pitchers in baseball. Yes, he's hurt, but he's been very solid for the Padres this year when he's been called up, and he will pair with Josiah Gray as a potentially decent young duo for the Nationals moving forward. Of course, they have way more work to do, no longer having Juan Soto and Josh Bell, but the Nationals did, of course, still get a very solid duo of young prospects. So I think the Nationals are stacked. Of course, adding Josh Hader as well at the trade deadline, one of the best closers, if not the best closer in Major League Baseball, to shut down games on the back end. This team has done everything they've needed to do to contend for a World Series. Get Fernando Tatis Jr. back, set your lineup, have Soto go on a hot streak, you are not going to want to play the San Diego Padres in a playoff series. This team is filthy. And give a ton of credit to AJ Preller. He's done a ton of work to build a powerhouse in San Diego and just added one of the best young players in Major League Baseball. What do you think of this trade between the Washington Nationals and San Diego Padres? Feel free to give me your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more of my exclusive content. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and we will see you very soon.